Ashley here with Danny again with more random Skype call.
Hello everyone, it's Danny here, and welcome back to the channel.
And well, today I basically brought this idea up, and this is actually one of two topics I was going to talk about. The first one is Sonic Forces. We'll discuss Knights another time. So, Danny, what are your opinions about Sonic Forces and your first impression of it?
Knights predicted the future.
Yes, I hope Project 17 goes horrible for you!
Oh boy, if Knights was so proud.
Yes, Knights could actually see the future.
Oh!
Yeah. And honestly, Sega and Sonic Team, they had a lot of time to work on this project, and honestly, I was just wow. At first glance, I was like, wow, they're actually getting serious. It's like Sega has finally are starting to up their game, and they're finally getting out of their Sonic Boom phase or trying to find their roots. But pretty much when the game came out, and oh boy, I only I thought about it because, well, there were costumes for different characters, mainly the one of Knights. It was like, this can't be real, and I was looking like, holy sharks, it is real. It was like, oh my god, if Knights is seriously in the game, and I was like, and then later on I was like, nope, it's just a costume for the avatar.
Yeah, because they don't care still.
Yes. This is like every person who made OCs, you know, those types of I'm gonna make my original character and it's gonna be awesome or something like that.
The ultimate cringe.
Yes. Although some people actually had made the Avatar character actually look pretty good
Decent.
actually. Yes, decent. Especially making crossover ideas.
I know. It's just Sega was trying to do something and they just flopped.
Yes, they dropped the ball. I mean, seriously, when I first got a glimpse of it, I was like, are they actually going the Archie Comics style slightly? You know, with the darker theme and the darker tone?
That's what I thought so too, and I thought it's nice they actually was upping their game, because when I first saw the trailer, I was hyped.
Yeah.
And then more and more came down, and I was like, ooh, and then more news started coming out, and I was like, wait, what are they doing? And then I realized this might be their cry for help. I think they have officially ran out of ideas.
You guys, seriously, Sega. You guys really ran your energy out on Sonic. I get he's the cash cow and all, but come on, give the guy a break. Focus on other things. I mean, you guys were inspired by, to do other franchises that you did in your time and your pride.
It's just...
My god, why is it always Sonic? Why is it always Sonic?
Why Sonic? Why Sonic? Why Sonic?
Yes, thank you, Sammy Classic Sonic. I mean, seriously. He was actually kind of right about that. Why do we need another greedy Sonic game? And, well, let's just say the story. What were they trying to tell with it, honestly?
I understand what they're going for, but because they made it so rushed, I don't think they could have conveyed it so easily. It wasn't convincing enough.
Yeah. At least with Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, you kind of guess that they were at least trying to give us something, even though clearly that game just went through kind of problems.
Rrr.
Yes, and mainly because of a certain someone. Dang lawsuit. Also, classic Sonic. Why is he even there? I know it's supposed to be a tie-in, but he has no reason to be there.
Yeah, a lot of fans could agree he didn't need to come back. He should have just stayed in Generations.
Yes, not to mention Sonic Mania. We don't need that tie-in.
Yeah, that wasn't needed either. Sonic Mania, I felt like it was good the way it was, and I think trying to tie it into tying that into the Sonic Forces was a bit of a bad idea. I think it was best that they left it separate.
Yes, and of course, pretty much with the cast of characters. There are so many Sega characters they could have chosen, but they only chosen the ones that were actually kind of popular, something that looked like it'd be useful. And
there was too many characters, and they never knew what to do with them. So it's like, if you're not even going to give them a spotlight, and they're just going to be there for that 1 minute, then why even include them?
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I mean, if they had done something like, I don't know, for 3DS, we could have gotten something too. They could have actually made more of the story rather than pretty much what they did for the consoles.
Ugh.
I mean, look at Sonic Colors on 3DS.
That is true, but I really can just say Sonic Forces tried, and I think they just didn't have all their facts straight.
What are you tapping anyways?
Oh, sorry. That is my keyboard.
Yeah.
I am writing the script for... Oh, not really script. I'm trying to do the auditions for Dreams Are Reality, so if you guys are interested, I'll put up the DA thing in a little bit.
Yeah, seriously, give Danny a hand, guys. She really wants to get this project out.
And sorry for not getting Dreams Are Reality Chapter 1 out in Christmas. I had problems for those who actually watch it.
Yeah. Pretty much bad problems.
I am trying to get it fixed. The software developers are trying to fix it. I have to wait. I'm sorry.
It's pretty much understandable for why you actually take this long.
But yes, I'm a one-person team, and I don't want to be a one-person team because everything's on me, and it hurts.
Sometimes when it actually came to voice acting, I actually did lend in a hand.
Yes, she did.
Although my this was before I had the upgraded Bandicam, guys. So yeah, sorry about the Riala voice.
Yeah, but this is different. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Sonic
Forces. Yes. Honestly, from what you said, Danny, you mentioned that Sonic is now. I mean, Sega has become the Sony of the gaming series.
I think it has. They have ran out of ideas, and yet they're still trying to milk it.
Let's just say that Sonic Forces is the Emoji Movie.
I wouldn't say that bad.
sorry, I shouldn't have compared it to that.
No, I would say that's way off comparison, because in a sense, they really did try, and there were things that actually did work.
Like what?
I'd say some of the level designs, the scenery, some of the gameplay, and the new gameplay styles. I thought that was pretty good.
Not to mention the music as well.
Yes, music!
Although I have to admit, the water one, it definitely sounds like it could be in Nights. No joke. And also, the costumes, the costume choices. You know, that were special things that came with the game.
I thought that was a bit of a good choice. Variety.
Yes. Although my question is, why is Persona 5 in there?
I really do not know.
I'm not even sure if Persona 5 is even counted as Sega or something.
I do not know. You can't ask me on that one because I really don't know.
Would have been nice to see other Sega mascot costumes like Billy Hatcher, because you know there's a bird character. You could actually make Billy Hatcher himself.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, trying to make the characters you love.
Yes.
But then again, I feel like the OC really took up too much of the spotlight.
Because, you know, it's mainly about, well, let's just, I guess they're trying to say that you want to be part of the action? Here's your OC to actually do this.
Yeah, it's just, the OC's overran almost everything. You can't escape them. The OC apocalypse.
Yes. As if, Sonic fans as if we didn't get enough from other Sonic fans. No, I'm not saying all Sonic fans are bad when they create OCs. It's just that
how to create your own original Sonic fan character.
How to create your own Sonic fan character. The Sonic short, definitely true. They did not lie.
And it's still true today.
And let's just say the character just doesn't really talk. They just make random grunts or something.
I know.
Also, the limited edition of these avatar personas, or fursonas, if you want to call them. I mean, you got the hedgehog, no duh. A lot of people use that one. Second would be wolf, which honestly I like. I mean, you don't really see a wolf character get used. There would be the rabbit character. I mean, the rabbit, the bird, and the bear. Oh wait, and the cat.
There's a cat.
Yes. But my question is that why limited editions of these? I mean, they could have added a little more variety, such as like, why not insect characters or reptile characters? What do you have against that, huh?
I can understand why they do it at the same time. Maybe they could have added a different type of variety. Because the thing is, if you're doing a game where the cutscenes literally match the character, you have to program it to have so many combinations. I think if you made too many, you would overload the system and it'll drop some of the frame rates.
Yeah, I guess.
So, limiting it, I find that a bit justified because I know how it feels when you have multiple stuff. And then it starts lagging everything because there's too many combinations.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah, but still, they could have at least added at least one insect character and one reptile character. At least you would get some little variety. It's like, I am definitely not a furry. I'm definitely not a furry. I'm a scaly, for crying out loud.
But then again, majority of the Sonic fan base is a furry, so popular demand.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I didn't really see any fox ones or echidna ones, but I think the reason why they wanted to add an echidna is because they don't want to do the pig penders.
Ugh.
You okay? I'm guessing not. It's like, original character. Hey, that's my character. You can't use that. I'm suing you. Ah, dang it.
That was literally a joke in one of the animations with the first appearance of the OC. Knuckles is like, can you turn into a echidna? It's like, sure. Julie Sue. And Ken Pender. Hey, that's my character!
I showed you that one.
Saw that a while back.
But it is true. That was just great.
Yeah. But yeah, there were good and there were bads in Sonic Forces. Honestly, I thought it was leveled out, so I think it's a meh game, but I honestly see the message. Sega, give Sonic a nice long break. Give him one nice long vacation. Just give him one nice long one nice long vacation on the beach where he can relax and do whatever, chill his feet, and let your other franchise who's been sitting in the box get a chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially like Alex Kidd. Seriously, we haven't seen him in years.
Technically only a couple years because comics.
Yeah. Also, Billy Hatcher, Jet Set Radio, Space Channel 5, Skies of Arcadia, and of course, Knights!
Pollo Pop, Royal Star.
Actually, Pollo Pop actually got sort of a re-release as a demo.
Oh, so they can get that, but Knights can't? They're the same age.
Yes.
Last I checked.
Also, it's pronounced Rystar, not Raystar.
I don't know why I call it that, sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, seriously. What gives? I mean, Bayonetta can get a sequel, but not those other characters?
It's called Sex Appeal.
Fan service, of course.
That's literally the world we live in, but I'm not getting into that because I just despise my generation and those above me.
I wouldn't blame ya. And of course, literally, I'm just gonna say this. In Sonic Forces, how come we don't get any other, I don't know, areas to explore? I mean, if they were gonna go like the Sonic Unleashed thing, I mean, shouldn't we go to other places of the world? Because Eggman practically conquered the world.
They technically did, it's just they all looked like they were in the same location.
Yeah. Which I find kind of lazy. You should really
don't know. I think maybe they favored out of it because of how Sonic Unleashed flopped on the market.
Which is pretty sad because, well, I have to admit, Sonic Unleashed was actually an interesting game. It actually had variety. It had some interesting characters. It definitely had a good variety of different world building, especially in the Archie comics. Let's not forget that.
Main story wise, not really. Side story wise, yes.
Yes.
Egg bosses.
Yes.
Back to Forces.
Yes.
So what are your initial thoughts on Forces?
Well, honestly, again, when I first saw it, I was like, definitely looks interesting. And then later on, it's like, wow, I'm definitely getting more hyped. And then when it's finally released, it's like, shut up and take my money. And then later on, it was like, oh, never mind.
Everyone trades it back in.
Yes, and I can see why it was less cost to buy. Also,
yeah.
I really was not liking the idea of the story. I mean, seriously, what exactly were they doing with it? I just don't get it.
As far as I can tell from the story, the main story was Eggman finally introduces Infinite, and for some odd reason, Sonic practically goes out in one punch.
Just like how Mordred actually punched Folk Wolf.
Yes. And then he's kidnapped and tortured for 6 months.
Yeah, when we see Sonic...
He looks like he came out without a scratch and he's completely fine, but then again, kids game.
Yes. I mean, heck, I actually did watch a video and I said, maybe Sonic would have ended up like Shadow once he got out of there.
Yeah, because when you think about it, if some person gets tortured for 6 months without end, some part of you is gonna change because you're technically gonna have something that's close to PTSD.
Yeah.
And he being able to just take all that for 6 months without a scratch, it's either Eggman was not really torturing him or he's just a trooper.
And
which I can't exactly believe.
Yes. And let's just say that was just wow, that was definitely not good. I mean, seriously. And Sonic, he was actually a major jerk. I mean, seriously.
And I found Tails to be a bit of a mess.
Yeah, seriously. They say that Tails is lost it, when in actuality he's
Hold
not.
on.
Hang on a sec, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about the guys. A little interruption, but don't worry, we're back. And
Well, like you were saying about Tails being a mess.
that was you who mentioned Tails being a mess.
Yeah, he was a mess. But seriously, he's been through with Sonic for years, and he's been proven capable to defend himself. But just because Sonic was presumably dead, he falls apart big time, and then he turns attached to the classic Sonic. I found that Sonic is directly right in front of you, and you act like the classic Sonic is the real Sonic, and you mourn over his death. What is... No!
Not good, Tails. Not good. Also, the fact that it was Chaos Zero who was going to attack him, Tails does nothing.
He just curls up.
Seriously?
Look, I can understand Tails might be mentally shattered, but I'm pretty sure he'd be able to do something, not just cowered out like that.
Yeah, he managed to fight Chaos 4 in Sonic Adventure. Chaos 4!
4! Wait, where's that fourth Chaos Emerald?
Where's that fourth Chaos Emerald?
Tails has it.
Also, about with Shadow, seriously? Seriously?
I think he would have been better off with actually working with Eggman.
Yeah. Sorry, fans.
Sorry. But then again, Shadow is a pure renegade anti-hero, so he could choose whatever he wants. And I'll be completely okay with it. It's just his role in that thing wasn't too great.
Even when you have episode Shadow, it still doesn't add up.
When it comes to Infinite and Shadow having their interactions, I think I wanted to see a little bit more, but then again, I was okay with it.
Yeah. Plus, it is pretty much kind of worth playing other than the, than just Sonic. Seriously, how come nowadays you're only playing as Sonic? I just find it annoying. I mean, seriously, I'm not gonna lie. I am getting sick and tired of playing as only Sonic. Sure, the Avatar character basically is a thing, but that doesn't fully count.
I'd count it. Better than nothing.
Yeah. The last one where you actually play as multiple characters is pretty much with Sonic 06. I guess Sonic and the Black Knight too. Because you do play as different characters as well.
Yeah.
Also, that was the point where Ariella actually played a part in that, which he was the sword.
He technically died at first.
Yes, the Shadow... What was that? What was the, Dark Queen. Yes, the Dark Queen.
Merlina.
Yes. But the boss was called the Dark Queen.
Yeah.
Excalibur Reborn.
Hey, but Mordred was in it.
Really?
His name Mordred was referenced because that's the true story of Arthur, that Mordred, his half-son, ended up killing him. I think so. I need to double check. That's basically myth. I am so sorry. I failed Myth 101.
Wow. Just wow.
Yep. Welcome.
Anyways, as for other characters, I actually did like the fact that Silver wasn't your enemy this time, but he was your ally.
I liked how they reinvented Silver's personality. I personally adored it because I used to be a huge Silver fangirl when I was a kid.
Yeah, Silver, I honestly felt bad for him. I mean, seriously. He's naive, and he was naive, and he actually grew up in a torn apocalyptic future world, and yeah. And plus, there were different rules to his timeline.
Yep.
But in
That's
Forces, I like how he's basically your ally, and he's not out to kill you, at least.
yep.
But also, makes me question on why Knuckles is the commander, actually.
I think they wanted to give him a lot more respect after the Boom incident.
Yeah, I guess, but here's the thing. The only reason why is because he is Roy Mustang in the Echidna form. I'm sorry. But it's true. The voice of Knuckles is Travis Willingham, who is the voice of Roy Mustang.
That is true.
That day, all female officers were required to wear tiny mini skirts.
I'm already wearing one. I'm good.
I'm sorry.
Blech.
Also, what does Infinite have against Sonic? It doesn't make sense.
Technically, it was explained whatever Eggman wants, Infinite would want, because he, based on the comics, since everything seems to be tying together, Infinite wanted to see the world burn alongside with Eggman, so he gave up his team and himself to Eggman and loyally served him.
Yeah, pretty much. It seems that the comics were actually a lot better than, well, how it turned out in the game.
Sadly. But yeah, I think Infinite was probably one of the best parts. Edgelord,
Yes.
you've been replaced.
Yes. It's almost as if he was pretty much. I compare him to like I know this is gonna sound weird, but it kind of compared to like Riala, because you know he's a show stealer, of course.
Now that you think of it. Oh my god!
What?
That can be true.
Yes, they're both red and black, and they both wear a mask.
Actually, he's gray.
Still, dark colors. I wouldn't say Riella is edgy. I'd say he's more gothic.
No, let's not go there. Don't make the makeup joke.
Sorry.
That is not gothic. That is not the definition of gothic.
Then what would
I know the definition of gothic, and it's on my DA.
Then what would you honestly describe him as?
Old-timely in a fantasy style.
Okay, old-timely. That'll be fine.
Ah!
Also, the fact that, well, they both get defeated easily. And the first encounter, they get beaten. You know, Knights gets pinned to the door by Riella, or captured by birds, and Sonic gets defeated by, well, Infinite and his little phantom buddies.
Buddies? They're illusions.
Yeah.
They're not buddies.
And, well, at least Eggman isn't torturing Infinite, or at least calling him out, while Wiseman does, well, the opposite to Riella.
I think Wiseman allowed himself to end up getting subjected to whatever happened, because then he becomes stronger and he'll prove to everyone that he's not weak.
Oh my god. I am not weak! Give props to that voice acting.
Yep.
I know for a fact I actually did learn that the voice actor of Infinite is actually a voice actor from Naruto. P.S. I used to watch that as a kid. Also, gotta give props to that theme he has. Just wow. That just screams pure edge. Also, it feels like a Linkin Park music.
I love his music.
Yeah.
He is one of the best parts of Sonic Forces.
Yes, plus he does give up a challenge at least. Unless you know what you're doing, at least.
Mm-hmm.
As for the final boss, it's kind of a rehash of, well, sort of colors, actually.
Why did Eggman have to be the final boss again?
Seriously, Eggman. Just seriously, give the other guy a chance, man. Seriously, you don't have to be the villain for every Sonic game. You know, the main villain.
Eh.
Also, I think they practically killed him. I mean, we don't see what happens to him. We don't see him in a pile of robots, as Sonic would said, as he did say. And it just makes you question, geez.
I really don't know. I don't think he's dead.
But we don't see him.
I don't know. Maybe they'll recall him back. I don't know. I don't think he's dead, but if he's dead, okay. I don't care too much.
Yes, Eggman isn't really that intimidating when you actually think about it. In the games, that is.
Uh-huh.
And, well, let's just say that final boss was also pretty much kind of annoying because you gotta time it. Just seriously, you gotta time it.
Or herp-a-derp.
Also, pretty much, let's not forget that last message that's just shoved in your face. That cleaning the planet and saving the environment and all.
Mm-hmm.
That just no. Would have actually been kind of cool for a DLC. We actually got something like a different level selections that are actually in different Sega universes.
I am not too sure about that.
Still, it would have been nice to see some characters in the background or probably get involved somehow in the level.
Instead of that.
We just get costumes. Just saying. And also, there was no Riala costume.
Because they can do whatever they want.
Honestly, it really would have been nice to see exactly, I was thinking that maybe if you put the costumes on, you actually become that character and you actually get some voice clips.
You may never know.
Seriously, it would have been nice. I mean, seriously. We could have actually had some different stories going on through that character's perspective. I mean, it's like they actually put the costumes on and they really believe that they are that character. Or at least gain their abilities, at least. And you didn't really have to rely on the Wispins.
I don't know. I thought the Wispins were fine.
But honestly, overall, Sonic Forces, even though clearly it does have more of its interesting gameplay and of course music and so forth, especially the idea of custom characters, it just really didn't hold. It just didn't really hold up the hype as others would have wanted.
It was just a meh game.
I'd rather stick to the comics, thank you.
Yeah. But hey, there's always next time if they actually can.
It's time that Sega actually gives Sonic that break and actually have different characters to actually work with. Such as like, well, Melee Knights.
I don't know.
But honestly, that's all I'm pretty much gonna have to say because, well, Sonic Forces, it may not be the biggest game of the year, that mainly is Sonic Mania that deserves that title. But what it is, create your own character, whatever. You could have called it Custom Character Forces. Or Adventures of the OC Character. I don't know.
I really don't know. I thought it was a meh game. I'm not gonna buy it. I don't think I'll ever gonna play it.
I honestly did some videos about, that was mainly with Knights.
Yes, because Knights deserves the spotlight.
Yes. I was not focusing on Persona 5. Because, well, that Persona 5 Joker, I believe that was his name, pretty much got way too much attention. Because he was the most popular out of the costumes.
Yeah.
Also, I find it kind of weird that one of the poses was actually a ninja pose. When I think of that, I'm thinking of Conquering Storm.
Hey.
Imagine that Cassia would actually play Sonic Forces.
I bet she'd beat it in like a day.
Yep. I wonder what kind of avatar she would pick.
Don't know.
Whichever suits her type. Anyways, your final thoughts?
It's really just meh.
That's all we're gonna say, guys. But I think that's about it. Next video, we're gonna be talking about Knights. So look forward to that, guys.
Whee!
Yeah, so later on, guys.